The Simpsons Hit and Run was published by Vivendi Universal and developed by Radical Entertainment, and was released in September of 2003. Radical Entertainment had worked on other licensed games in the past, including the NES versions of Mario is Missing and Mario's Time Machine, the Sega versions of Beavis and Butthead, and of course, Hit and Run's predecessor, The Simpsons Road Rage. Each character in The Simpsons Hit and Run has their own idle animation, but so does each costume. If you wait for a little bit, these animations will play. If we collect all of the cards in the game, it will unlock a hidden movie that is actually an exclusive Itchy and Scratchy cartoon. When starting up The Simpsons Hit and Run, we are typically greeted with the standard main menu, which features Homer sleeping on the couch in the living room with various things related to the game littering the area. This changes a bit depending on what day we start the game though. On October 31st, the living room will be decorated for Halloween. The room will be darker, and jack-o'-lanterns will be featured next to a skeleton. Cobwebs cover the wall, and a noose can be seen in the doorway. On Thanksgiving, Homer will be wearing a pilgrim-style hat, and Lisa's Thanksgiving centerpiece from the Season 2 episode Bart First Thanksgiving will be placed next to the couch. Finally, on December 25th, the house will be decorated for Christmas, complete with a tree and presents. This time, Homer is wearing a full Santa suit, and I was surprised to see no snow was added outside, as that seems like an obvious choice. In the first level of The Simpsons Hit and Run, we can find the rocket car in front of a solid gold house. This is one big reference to Chester Lampwick, the original creator of Itchy, who ultimately won a lawsuit against Itchy and Scratchy and became rich. In the episode The Day the Violence Died, we see Chester obtain this house and the car after a settlement in court.
Oh, hi, kids.
Hi, Chester. Listen, would you pay to make more itchy and scratchy cartoons? You'll get more royalties.
I don't need any more money. I'm not greedy. As long as I've got my health and my millions of dollars and my gold house and my rocket car, I don't need anything else.
Yes, but...
Not interested.
When in the Stonecutter's Tunnel on level 1, we can find Simpsons versions of artwork depicting Mozart and the Mona Lisa. This is not the only famous art that was converted in the game, though we can't see the other painting by normal means. If we get out of bounds in the level, we can find a floating Simpsons version of the American Gothic painting, which was likely originally going to be placed with the others in the tunnel. Across the street from the Simpsons house on the first level, we can see quite the mansion. This house was occupied by former President George H.W. Bush in the season 7 episode, Two Bad Neighbors. However, it looks a little different in-game. On the main menu, we can also see this house from the window in the next room over. However, the devs did a cool trick by placing a photo of the home behind the window. This shows the amount of detail Radical Entertainment brought to the project, as the team took a great deal of time to make sure Springfield felt authentic to the show in The Simpsons Hit and Run. When driving around Springfield, you may notice these signs that explain that you are entering an area with different area codes. This is a reference to Season 12, Episode 2, The Tale of Two Springfields. In this episode, the town splits the area codes between the classic 636 and the new 939, segregating the town by wealth and, among other things, a rock concert by the band The Who.
I'm not sure which one's better. The 6 is closer to the 3, so you got convenience there. But the 9 has less to do with Satan, which is a plus in this religious world of ours.
In the first level of The Simpsons Hit and Run, we can enter the Simpsons house. If we interact with the television, we will hear Kent Brockman.
Even Springfield Penitentiary has been locked down.
This changes, however, if you're playing the Spanish version of the game. In this case, we will hear Bumblebee Man. This is an incredible attention to detail and a fun region difference for the game.
Ay, ay, ay! No me gusta! Ay!
Heading to the Quickie Mart in The Simpsons Hit and Run, we can see a few different scenes play out towards the back of the store, each referencing different bits from the show.
I swallowed my retainer. Real bad.
All I know is pain.
On top of the Quickie Mart, we can find Apu's Garden in the Shade. This is a reference to the Season 7 episode, Lisa the Vegetarian. Paul McCartney appears in this episode, and one of his requests upon doing so was that Lisa remained a vegetarian for the duration of the series.
Yes, this is where I come when I need some refuge from the modern world, or when I want to see drive-in movies for free.
When exploring Springfield, we can find a moving billboard that says "Don't eat beef," before switching to "Eat deer." This can be seen in the Season 7 episode, Lisa the Vegetarian. We can find a billboard in the first level that shows an advertisement for Itchy and Scratchy the movie, and it shows a moving graphic. This is from the Season 4 episode with the same name. On the first level, we can find a billboard advertising Cud Radio. This is from the Season 3 episode, Colonel Homer, where we can hear the jingle for ourselves.
This is KUDD 570 AM. Hey, don't touch that dial. You've got Cud on it.
We can visit Moe's house in level 1, which is located incorrectly next to Nelson's place. Mo has a ton of lines to listen to if we talk to him.
My name is Homer.
All right, don't panic. There's a roach bigger than my fist inside the pickled egg jar.
How's it hanging?
The mob is gonna take my parotid gland. I don't know what that does, so I figure I'm okay.
What's up?
Oh, my life is in the crapper. But other than that, I'm fine.
My name is Homer.
I have sold my kidneys 3 times. I have no idea what's keeping me alive.
How's it hanging?
Yeah, I didn't get nearly as much money for that killer whale as I hoped I would. They really ripped me off.
What's up?
Hey, I've got to pay protection to 11 separate criminal organizations.
My name is Homer.
I just found out my genitals have cauliflowered. That's very rare.
How's it hanging?
God help me, I love books on tape.
What's up?
Are you saying I'm ugly? 'Cause I am.
My name is Homer.
I'm out of Dove, so you gotta drink balsamic vinegar.
How's it hanging?
Okay, bad news. The health inspector found rats in the keg. Again.
What's up?
I don't have time to talk right now. My roids are very inflamed. Very.
My name is Homer.
Barney befouled the pool table again last night.
How's it hanging?
I like chicken sausage and turkey sausage.
When driving around Springfield, you may notice the world's largest toilet. This monument sits behind the town, and though we can't visit it in-game, we do see it in the Season 10 episode, Homer Simpson in Kidney Trouble.
Wow, get a load of that toilet. Please go back. You can make it my birthday present. We're almost home, Dad. Only a couple more times over the horizon.
Behind Springfield Elementary's playground, we can see a tipped-over silo of salt. This was knocked over by Homer and Flanders in the Season 12 episode, Skinner's Sense of Snow.
We're gonna crash!
Do you have airbags?
No, the church opposes them for some reason.
When going to the Quickie Mart in The Simpsons Hit and Run, there are references to the show all over the store, starting with the freezer. We see a sign that says "Behold Frostilicus," and we can see Jasper inside, looking pretty chilly. This is a callback to the Season 9 episode, Lisa the Simpson, where the subplot heavily features Apu, and Jasper believes he's been frozen for years.
Me and Frostilicus go back a long way. I used to share a bathroom with Frostilicus. In fact, I got a real funny story about that.
By the register, we can see a few passing references to classic episodes. First, let's look at the magazine rack. Most are hard to read completely, with the exception of Cat Fancier, which shows a picture of Scratchy. On the other side, we have a few items laying on the bargain table. 2 of these are references to different episodes. First, the ham was purchased by Homer in the Season 5 episode, Homer and Apu. Apu lowers the price of the ham due to it being expired, but Homer eats it anyway.
Jiminy cricket. Ooh, expired ham. Oh, this time I've gone too far. No, no one will fall for...
Woohoo! Cheap meat! Ooh, this one's open.
The teeth are likely a reference to the many times we see Grandpa Simpson lose his teeth, but I will relate it to my favorite such scene from another episode from Season 5, Lisa vs. Malibu Stacy.
Ever see a sandwich that could take a bite out of you? Ha ha ha! Look at the sandwich! It's gonna bite you!
Ow! Damn sandwich took a bite out of me.
Oh!
Near the back of the Quickie Mart, we can see a box that says, "Do you dare read it?" and inside the box is a hat that's turned away from the camera. This is also from the episode Lisa the Simpson, and Flanders does his best to shield it from Rod and Todd.
Show me your... Hey!
It says, show me your tie. It's cute. Come on, let's go.
Back at the counter, we can see a box of nuts and gum. This is another reference to the episode Lisa vs. Malibu Stacy, where we see that Homer is actually the creator of the product.
It's awful being a kid. No one listens to you.
It's rotten being old. No one listens to you. I'm a white male, age 18 to 49. Everyone listens to me. no matter how dumb my suggestions are.
Finally, in the corner, we can find 3 arcade machines: Canasta Master, Larry the Looter, and Celebrity Autopsy. We can see a home version of Canasta Master and Celebrity Autopsy in the store in the Season 7 episode, Marge Be Not Proud. Larry the Looter, however, has made a few appearances in the show and even showed up in the Simpsons movie, but we first see the game at Bart's Wall-E Weasel's birthday party in the Season 3 episode, Radio Bart. We can find groundskeeper Willie's shack behind the school in the first level, and Willie is always close by with a lot of wonderful things to say.
How's it hanging? My father just lost an arm in a sucker riot. What's up?
Oh, I'll never want to see another mouthful of cream corn as long as I live.
My name is Homer.
I got a bad case of haggis breath, so stand back, laddie.
How's it hanging?
In Scotland, I had a PhD in rioting.
What's up?
Oh, my delicate hands are chapped from cleaning the puke all day.
My name is Homer.
Oh, it's a great day for beating up an English tough.
In the Quickie Mart, we can see a big red button that says Silent Alarm. Pressing it will cause quite the racket.
Silent alarm activated. Silent alarm activated.
This is a reference to the Season 13 episode, Papa's Got a Brand New Badge.
Yo, empty the register, dude. Okay, you are the boss. Silent alarm activated! Oh, that's it!
In one of the Quickie Mart scenes, we can see Krusty admiring a Play Bunny magazine. A centerfold drops down, but we can't see what's inside normally in the game. If we do get a peek behind Krusty, we can see what appears to be Mindy, Homer's coworker, as the model. In the Simpsons' backyard, we can find a giant tiki head. It will spout fire when we interact with it. This is from the Season 11 episode, Days of Wine and Doses.
Behold, I am King Talkie Tiki! Hey, Flanders, can your god do that?
In the backyard of the Flanders house, we can see they have a bomb shelter, and when we interact with it, we get some voice lines.
We only come out to go to church.
We see this in the Season 6 episode, Bart's Comet.
Flanders, open up!
Hi-de-ho, a Rooney, neighbor. What can I do you for?
Get out of there. My family needs to use your bomb shelter.
Homer?
On top of Springfield Elementary in the first level, we can see an oil pump sticking out of the roof. This can be seen in the Season 6 finale, Who Shot Mr. Burns, Part 1.
Superintendent, we made the front page today.
Now, what's that say under your hand there?
Oh, it's an unrelated article.
It's an unrelated article. Within the banner headline.
Yes. Now, to redirect our conversation slightly, I had a few ideas on how to spend this oil money.
A few buildings around Springfield will have signs that say various things. These signs will change when we leave and come back to them later. In the Simpsons house, we can see various scenes play out in the kitchen involving Maggie and Abe.
Ah, a leprechaun.
We can access Mr. Burns' human chessboard behind a breakable wall in the power plant in level 1. Knocking over the pieces will grant us some coins, though we have to remember there are people inside. We see this chessboard in the Season 12 episode, Tennis the Menace.
Lovely day for tennis, eh?
I thought you had your own court.
He did, but he had it converted into a human chessboard.
Hey, Burns has been gone for a while.
Let's make a run for it.
Come back, fools! Protect me!
We can enter Homer's workstation in Sector 7G at the nuclear power plant. Interacting with the lever will cause quite the stir, and we can see a brick tied to it. This is from the season 4 episode, Homer's Triple Bypass.
We passed this card around at work.
Gee, thanks, guys.
They had a hell of a time replacing you.
Just outside the power plant, we can find a vent for radioactive gas. Interacting with it will spew a green cloud out over the town. This is from the season 7 episode, King Size Homer.
Wait a minute. It's probably a...
In level 2, we can see signs for and drive on the Matlock Expressway. This is named after the 1986 television series Matlock, starring Andy Griffith. Matlock is referenced many times in The Simpsons, becoming somewhat of a running joke with Springfield's elder community. However, we can see the expressway being built in the season 6 episode, Sideshow Bob Roberts.
So sorry, Mr. Simpson, your house is blocking construction of our new Matlock Expressway.
On top of the legitimate businessmen's social club, we can find a bunch of rats in cages hooked up to a milking machine marked for Springfield Elementary. Activating the machine will cause some rats to get loose and some milk to blow out of the base. This is in reference to the season 10 episode, Mayored to the Mob.
I hope you cows are decent.
Crap on a crutch!
We can find the Springfield Central Monorail Station downtown in level 2. Jumping the tape and heading upstairs, we can see the monorail still in disrepair. This is the secret video for this level, so Bart can hop in and drive it if you want, though it handles like a bathtub. Looking at the right-hand side, we can see the letter M is missing from the word monorail. This is because in the season 4 episode, Marge vs. the Monorail, Homer, as the conductor, uses the letter as an anchor to stop the train.
Dad?
There is a catapult with a cat loaded on it in the center of town. Activating it will, unsurprisingly, launch the cat across the city. We see this catapult in use to punish people who break the alcohol prohibition law in the season 8 episode, Homer vs. the 18th Amendment.
What's going to happen to you?
Oh, probably just a slap on the wrist. And he who shall violate this law shall be punished by catapult.
We can enter the Department of Motor Vehicles in level 2. We can see a few side characters from around Springfield here, as well as talk to Patty.
Word up, dude.
Come on back to my place. I want you to look at a urine sample. I think it looks cloudy.
Hey, jerk monkey.
I'd rather be talking to a water heater.
Hey, buddy. How's it hanging?
Sheila over in personnel parked in my space again today.
Hey, dude, what's up?
You think I'm pretty?
Word up, dude.
I've got a corn the size of a tater tot.
Hans Moleman hangs out here as well, and we can take his picture. We often see Moleman at the DMV in the series. We can find Moe's Tavern in level 2, and it's right next to King Toot's music store, which is a nice touch. Inside, we can find a ton of references to the show. First, the DD jar that features pickled eggs, one of them being black. Whoever pulls the black egg from the jar has to be the designated driver for the night. We see this in the season 9 episode, The City of New York vs. Homer Simpson.
Everybody reach in and draw a pickled egg. Whoever gets the black egg, stays sober tonight.
You got the black one.
There is a slot machine in the corner of the bar that has a picture of Mr. Burns as a mermaid on it. This is from the season 5 episode, Springfield, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love Legalized Gambling.
Idiots. I'll design it myself. I know what people like. It's got to have sex appeal and a catchy name.
Next to the slot machine, we can see the love tester machine, which is first seen in the season 3 episode, Flaming Moe's.
Oh, sorry, I forgot we're out of beer. Well, I know. I got behind on my beer payments. The distributor cut me off, and I spent my last 10 grand on a love tester.
Speaking of flaming moes, we can ignite some drinks on the bar counter, which is a clear reference to the drinks with the same name. Finally, there is a poster that cycles through the 7 Duffs. We see them first in the Season 4 episode, Selma's Choice.
Look, it's the 7 Duffs. There's Tipsy, and there's Queasy. There's Surly, and Remorseful.
Hey, take a picture, it'll last longer. Get out of here.
One of the centerpieces of Springfield is the Sit and Rotate, which is a clear reference to the Seattle Space Needle. We first see the restaurant in the Season 2 episode, Principal Charming.
You know, food tastes better when you're revolving.
Yeah, right. Well, I must say, so far the evening is a big disappointment.
Indeed.
Right next to the Sit and Rotate, we can see an escalator that just ends. We can also see the 50-foot magnifying glass burning the popsicle stick skyscraper. All of these are references to the escalator to nowhere that we see in the Season 4 episode, Marge vs. the Monorail.
And that was the only folly the people of Springfield ever embarked upon. Except for the popsicle stick skyscraper. And the 50-foot magnifying glass. And that escalator to nowhere.
Whoa! Whoa!
In Level 2, we can see the Duff blimp flying through the sky so fancy-free. This is the same blimp that Homer won a trip on in the Season 4 episode, Lisa the Beauty Queen.
Now, in a moment, we'll be raffling off our grand prize, a ride on the famous Duff Beer Blimp.
A ride on the Duff Blimp.
Through the city, in the second level, we can see billboards for Truckosaurus, and the arena even advertises that he will be there at the end of the night. We can see Truckosaurus attack Bart after the level is over in a cutscene as well. We first see the car-chomping robot dinosaur in the Season 2 episode, Bart the Daredevil.
The amazing,
The astounding,
The unbelievable.
Truckosaurus! 20 tons and 4 stories of car-crunching, fire-breathing, prehistoric insanity!
Whoa!
In the center of town, we can find a statue of Jebediah Springfield. The plaque reads, "A noble spirit embiggens the smallest man." This and a joke we see in the Season 7 episode, Lisa the Iconoclast, are where we first hear this.
A noble spirit embiggens the smallest man.
Embiggens? I never heard that word before I moved to Springfield.
I don't know why. It's a perfectly cromulent word.
This joke has been ruined because in 2018 added the words cromulent and embiggened to the dictionary, making the joke in The Simpsons completely useless, as the fact that Springfield had made up words is what made it funny. As a reference to the Season 1 episode, The Telltale Head, we can kick Jebediah's head off with enough work. It will just lie on the ground, but it's a terrific reference to a huge moment in the series. There is a cement truck at a construction site in the second level that has Fat Tony emblazoned on it. If we interact with it, we will see people who have been mixed into the cement fall out, referencing a popular mafia trope. We can find Lard Lad statues all over the game, but in Level 2, one of the mascots has a big M sticking out of the back of the donut. This is a reference to when Homer used the letter to anchor the monorail in the Season 4 episode, Marge vs. the Monorail. We can find the Googleplex in Level 2, and we can see the movie title on the marquee. Whenever we leave the area long enough or reload back into the level, we can see the titles change, with seemingly an endless supply of funny names. In Level 2, we can spot 2 unique buildings in the background. First, the Tea Factory, which first appeared in the Season 5 episode, Homer the Vigilante.
Let me through! I gotta find a big T! There's millions of dollars buried under a big T!
Right next to the Tea Factory, we can see the Slide Factory. This first appeared in the Season 5 episode, Bart Gets Famous. In Level 3, when inside the Android dungeon, we can find a plethora of references to the show. First, we can see a bunch of boxes labeled Biclops, as well as a cutout of the hero. This is Milhouse's favorite superhero from the season 12 episode, Worst Episode Ever.
Well, then, you'll want to stock up on our new superhero.
Would you say he's the ultimate superhero?
Oh, very ultimate indeed. Point your peepers at Biclops.
A superhero with glasses!
We can also see an actual robot from the movie Clank Clank You're Dead. Activating will reveal a small skeleton inside. This is from the season 8 episode, Homer's Phobia.
Wow, an actual robot from the movie Clank Clank You're Dead. Ooh, think of how awful it would be for the poor midget inside. Oh, boo-hoo. That's what they get paid for.
In the back of the shop, we can see a shelf dedicated to Poochie. This is the character Homer played in the Itchy and Scratchy cartoon in the season 8 episode, The Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie Show.
The name's Poochie D, and I rock the telly. I'm half Joe Camel and a third Fonzarelli. I'm the Kung Fu hippie from Gangsta City. I'm a rapping surfer, you the fool I pity.
We can find the Ultimate Pog featuring the creator of the Pog, Steve Allen, behind a counter in the back of the store. This is from the season 6 episode, Round Springfield.
Excuse me, my good man. I have $500 to blow. What have you got?
Behold, the ultimate pug.
Behind the same counter, we can see a Bleeding Gums Murphy album called Sax on the Beach. The price was $250, but that has been crossed out and it's now $500. This is from the same episode.
$250? But I need that album to honor the memory of Bleeding Gums Murphy.
He's dead? Well, why didn't you say so?
Finally, we can find various baseball cards inside the Android Dungeon. These feature Daryl Strawberry, Wade Boggs, Don Mattingly, and Ken Griffey Jr., who all appeared alongside other MLB greats in the season 3 episode, Homer at the Bat.
You're Daryl Strawberry.
Yes.
You play right field.
Yes.
I play right field too.
So?
Well, are you better than me?
Well, I never met you, but yes.
On the third level, we can find a billboard for Ham Ahoy. We first see this product in the season 7 episode, King Size Homer.
It's a dream come true, boy. I can, nay, I must eat everything I've always wanted. Now, come on. Every second I'm out of bed, I'm burning precious calories. Now, get grubbing!
We can find a Wall-E Weasels in level 3, complete with ball pit. When activated, the ball pit fills up to an unreasonable height. This is from the season 6 episode, Itchy and Scratchy Land.
The babies look unhappy.
Add more balls.
In the third level, we can come across a billboard for the Lumber King that moves. We first see this in the season 9 episode, Realty Bites.
There it is! Wow! Your own billboard! Check it out!
Gee, that picture makes your butt look big.
I thought so too, but they said it sells.
Works for the Lumber King.
Lumber. We need lumber.
While exploring with Lisa, we can find a building called the Jazz Hole. This is one of Lisa's favorite spots, and we first see it in the season 1 episode, Moaning Lisa.
This next song was written by a friend of mine, one of the great little ladies of jazz.
Down at the pier, we can see a boat-shaped building named Call Me Delishmail Taffy Shop. This is from the season 10 episode, Homer Simpson in Kidney Trouble.
Can I be a mate on your ship? Preferably first mate.
Well, if you look closely, you'll see this is a taffy shop shaped like a ship.
Oh, I like taffy, but I don't deserve taffy.
At the Duff Brewery, we can find Beerstein mascots outside. We see Wiggum wearing this costume in the season 4 episode, Duffless.
Think you can get this car home?
Sure thing, giant beer!
Hey, this is kind of fun. Whee!
We can find the Springfield sign when exploring around Lisa's level. We first see this in the Season 3 episode, Flaming Moe's.
Hello, I'm Kent Brockman, and this is Eye on Springfield.
Next to the observatory, we can find the ye old off-ramp inn. When we buzz the door, we can find that Krusty the Clown is staying here.
Is that room service? Where's my matzo ball soup? Finally, we've been waiting for the chocolate syrup to arrive for an hour. Hold on a minute. I can't find my clown nose. Wait a minute. I'm charging my pacemaker. Is that my escort? It's time to get down with the clown.
We first see this inn during the Season 1 episode, Homer's Night Out.
There she is. Hey, Princess, it's me, the guy from the snapshot.
Oh, hi.
On the outskirts of Level 3, we can find Camp Krusty, where we can see Blinky jumping up from a stream. Inside, we can see the Camp Krusty flag, which when interacted with, will change to the Camp Bart flag. We can also visit the Chief Starving Bear Weight Loss Center, right next to a boar's head. This is all featured in the Season 4 episode, Camp Krusty.
Hi, kids. Welcome to Camp Krusty.
In Level 3, we can find a moving billboard of Chief Wiggum with the message, "We're watching you kids," on it. This is a reference to the Season 10 episode, Wild Barts Can't Be Broken.
That ought to show little Timmy and Tammy Scumbag who's in charge around here.
Gee, Chief, all those gears and motors must have cost a fortune.
Well, you gotta spend money to make money, Lou.
Down on the pier, we can find the lighthouse, and when we enter it, we see Earl, the electronic automatic robot lighthouse. This is from the Season 8 episode, The Mysterious Voyage of Homer.
Earl. My new friend's name is Earl. A machine? Earl's a machine? Oh, that's just perfect!
Inside the observatory, we can find a ton of things that reference the show. First, we can find the hamburger earmuffs. We see these in the Season 10 episode, The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace.
Or you could take something that already exists and find a new use for it, like...
Hamburger earmuffs!
Well, I suppose that would qualify.
Thanks, sucker!
Well, all right, just stay calm, Frinky. These babies will be in the stores while he's still grappling with the pickle matrix. Glavin.
We can see the Frinkiac 7 computer. We first see this in the Season 7 episode, Much Apoo About Nothing.
I enrolled at Springfield Heights Institute of Technology under the tutelage of the brilliant Professor John Frink.
Well, sure, the Frinkiac 7 looks impressive. Don't touch it. But I predict that within 100 years, computers will be twice as powerful, 10,000 times larger, and so expensive that only the 5 richest kings of Europe will own them.
The teleporters we see here are from Treehouse of Horror 8. Same with the brain in a jar that we find on a nearby desk, and there's one more reference to the episode that lies on the other side of the room, the cleaner robot.
Hey, Einstein, how much for the mood pants?
Blah. How much you got? Nice try, Floyd, but you were designed for scrubbing, and scrubbing is what you shall do.
Behind a window, we can find a Scratchy robot from the Season 6 episode, Itchy and Scratchy Land.
See all that stuff in there, Homer? That's why your robot never worked.
Sitting on another table, we can find Lisa's perpetual motion machine, which is from the season 6 episode, The PTA Disbands.
I'm worried about the kids, homie. Lisa's becoming very obsessive. This morning, I caught her trying to dissect her own raincoat.
I know. And this perpetual motion machine she made today is a joke. It just keeps going faster and faster.
Next to Lisa's machine, we can see the 77X42 Super Sour Ball from the season 6 episode, Homer Badman.
As you can see, I have created a lemon ball so sour, it can only be safely contained in a magnetic field. The candy, known as 77X42, is great. Where the hell is the candy?
I don't know.
Finally, we can find the robotic chess-playing arm here, which is from the season 8 episode, Lisa's Date with Density.
Oh, pawns can't move that way, you stupid arm. Lab.
Greetings, friend. Do you wish to look as happy as me?
Why, it's the AT5000 auto dialer, my very first patent.
On Marge's level, we can see Homer in the kitchen eating slices of cheese. This is in reference to the season 5 episode, Rosebud, where we see Homer eat 64 slices of American cheese. Inside Mr. Burns' mansion, we can find a small-scale model of Springfield. We see this in the season 6 episode, Who Shot Mr. Burns? Part 1.
Block it out.
Good God.
In Apu's level, we can see that the popsicle stick skyscraper has finally burnt down. If we go to the top of the lighthouse at night, we can see Homer's silhouette in the light. This is from the season 8 episode, The Mysterious Voyage of Homer.
Oh, wow.
Hey, look, is that Dad? Either that or Batman's really let himself go.
During the final level of the game, zombies and ghosts roam Springfield after an alien invasion. Due to this, we see a ton of references to the Treehouse of Horror Halloween specials. On the corner next to the Simpson house, we can see that one of the dwellings is now covered in words. The text reads, "No TV, make Homer go crazy." This is an abridged version of what we see in the show, likely due to the devs not wanting to include an alcohol reference, but we see this in Treehouse of Horror 5.
Wow, that's a relief. This is less encouraging.
On the final level, if we go into the school, we can see that groundskeeper Willie is engulfed in flames. This is in reference to Treehouse of Horror 6.
Help! Please help me!
Willie, please. Mr. Van Houten has the floor.
I, for one, would like to see the cafeteria menus in advance, so parents can adjust their dinner menus accordingly. I don't like the idea of Millhouse having 2 spaghetti meals in one day.
During the zombie outbreak, we can find a billboard for KZMB-FM, All Zombie Radio. We first hear this in Treehouse of Horror 3.
KZMB, All Zombie Radio.
We can find that Lard Lad looks a little different during the horror level. This is likely a reference to Treehouse of Horror 6, where Lard Lad comes to life and takes revenge on Homer for stealing his donut.
Hello? Yes? Oh, if you're looking for that big donut of yours, Flanders has it. Just smash open his house. He came to life. Good for him.
Finally, we can enter Bart's room during the final level. Inside, we can see quite a terrifying clown-themed bed. This is from the season 4 episode, Lisa's First Word.
I know you like clowns, so I made you this bed. Now you can laugh yourself to sleep.
If you should die before you wake.